Wow, why did I write this book? Um, well, I think I've been blessed over the years to have had the opportunity to work with hundreds of business owners as a consultant. They placed their trust in me, and sometimes I wasn't sure why, but they did, and I'm glad they did. Um, I watched some of those folks lose control of their businesses, and as a result, they also lost control of their personal lives. It was unfortunate because I've made some of those mistakes myself, some of them more than once, so I could identify with them, but I thought there's a better way, and we've all got to learn from our mistakes. So on the one hand, I saw that, then on the other hand, I watched a number of those businesses grow to what I would call wow organizations, and there's no scientific reason why I came up with the word wow. It's just what I said to myself when I saw a well-managed company. I said, wow, that's a well-managed company. So hence the word wow. And then I asked myself, what is it that those organizations had in common that got them to that wow status? And I found that there were 5 things. They all just happened to start with P. I didn't really plan that. It just happened that way. So the first one was they had a perpetual planning process in place. That is, they viewed planning as something that they were going to do and did on a regular basis. It was part of what they did every day. It was not a project, it was a process. Beyond planning, they had great people. And it's not enough to just have great people, but you have to know when to change those people. So if change was necessary, they were willing to make those changes, even though a lot of times that was pretty difficult to do. They had processes in place that were well documented, and they were followed to a T. And they were revised and changed whenever necessary. So planning, people, processes. The 4th P was performance metrics. I changed the word a little bit, the words a little bit in the book, and I tend to call that performetrics. But performance metrics kept things on track for these businesses to make sure that they were going to actually reach the plan that they had spent such a long time trying to develop. And that included metrics for every individual employee. So they actually had measurements in place for each person. So those are the first 4 Ps: planning, people, processes, and performance metrics. The 5th P is passion to be the best, and it sort of overrides all of the other ones. And it's, I think, a characteristic of the leader. Some of them were very quiet people, some of them were not so quiet. But regardless of their personality or their leadership style, they all had passion and they wanted to be the very best. And then tying all that together, it wasn't just those 5 Ps, as important as they are, but it was also the fact that they viewed these as sequential. That is, you did one before the other. It doesn't make sense to put the right people on the bus if you don't know where the bus is going. So you got to have a plan first before you decide what kind of people you need. So sequence is very, very important. And every time you think you've completed this cycle, you need to replan. So it's a continuous, sequential, repeatable kind of process. So at the end of the day, I said, what am I going to do here? I need to share this with people. Why keep this a secret? Because it's time-tested, and there have been a ton of people that have done it and done it really, really well. So why not share this recipe with others? And that's the reason I wrote the book.